Hello, we're wishing you a great Sunday from Radically Rational and RadicallyRational.com. Ron DeSantis, the Sanitizer. This is particularly insidious, and this ought to concern all of us. In promoting and stoking the fires of his endless cultural wars, he's now doing something that could be very detrimental to American education and the future of our children. DeSantis is essentially pushing the position that if you teach anything other than America is perfect and America has always been perfect, that you're not only being unpatriotic, but you are retarding the cultural growth of our children. He said in so many words that sanitizing our history is the way to make our children into better functional Americans. No, it's the way to kill academic inquiry and freedom. And then, once again, this is from the group of people who say they promote freedom. Have you read these specific things that DeSantis wants to do? First of all, his completely reckless use of the word woke is just so cynical. First of all, do you know anybody who actually uses the word woke? And the truth is, for anybody who does, all woke means is don't be an asshole. That's really it. But he finds that offensive because that's his full-time job right now. So now Abbott wants to ban use of the word diversity and practices that promote diversity, all in the name of unity. We have to have academic freedom. And it means that we have to have the courage to look at our warts as much as we look at our virtues, with the idea of making our society better for everybody. But there's the rub. These people don't want things to be better for everybody. God forbid, that's the last thing they want. They want things to be better for themselves and their cronies, and that's it. Ron DeSantis is a particularly cynical figure, but these latest actions and the way he is trying to use public education in Florida to fan the flames of his culture war, not only across that peninsula, but across our country, this is something that really ought to concern all of us. Okay, sports. Got the Brahmas playing today on the road at Orlando. Hopefully they can get a W to get back to 500 after kind of giving that game away to St. Louis last week. Baseball spring training, really kind of interesting this year as all the teams are trying to polish up and implement the new rules like the pitch clock, like the larger bases, and like the ban on infield shifts. So that's worth watching. But I do want to call your attention to our sports blog today. If you go to RadicallyRational.com, hit the tab that says Our News, scroll down, and you'll see the daily sports blog. Today, it is my detailed evaluation about the pro football prospects for former UIW quarterback Lindsey Scott Jr. And yeah, I do have some insight into this. As somebody who saw every single snap he took this year and was in attendance at 80% of his practices, I do have some strong opinions about this very special young man who may be a more valuable commodity in the NFL than you might suspect. Now, keep in mind, Scott has already been drafted into the USFL with the Pittsburgh Maulers with the number 2 overall pick. I'm going to tell you all about Lindsey Scott's particular strengths, a couple of things maybe he needs to improve on, and I'm going to give you a current NFL comp that might surprise you. Let's all have a great Sunday. As usual, let's do the best we can because we're radically rational.